it sounds like me. That's disappointing. Should be. Welcome. I cannot stay away from our primary objective in saving the galaxy, collecting dear friends and squad members, etc. Let's dive back in. I have finished recording what I need to do for the day, and I'm a third of the way through editing said recordings, but it's time for a break. Here's to you. Welcome back to the Citadel. We have Tali, dear Tali, on our team. Hello, so nice to see you guys. Reporting for duty. Pretty sure that's how you're supposed to salute. I've never been 100% certain. So we got that objective to scan the keepers at that keeper, and then I've run right out of the room every time. Let me just give a quick scan back here. Make sure I'm not missing any cuties hiding behind the pillars, etc. It looks moist down there. Garrus, would you check for me? I've just dry cleaned this, so... Garrus, that's a direct order from your commanding officer. I know you're new to the team, but... Insubordination. Insubordination at a time like this. It's fine, Garrus. I don't hold it against you. Seemingly nothing back here. Keep scouring around, scoping out the place, scooping, heaping great bowlfuls of ice cream for ourselves, I do hope. Aha! I see cuties. Glad we checked. And then we'll get right back into the good stuff, I promise. How many do I have remaining? It's gonna keep happening. I don't know why I'm positive the back button is the, journal for some reason. Alright, assignments. Scan the keepers. 16 out of 20, so we're missing 4. There could be at least one more down here, especially perhaps in the lower levels. Now I'm threatening the council with violence. That will continue. It will not be the last time. Check around the lower level. Just on the off chance. Aha! Oh, disappointment. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your little tryst. Do enjoy. Carry on. Is that one? Yes. That appears to be a cutie.
Don't be ridiculous. Levolis won't be joining.
It's okay. Alright. 3 remaining. Greetings. Welcome, welcome. So nice to see you there. Gareth. What do you want?
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if
Okay.
you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Tell me about it. There's a psychiatrist's couch just that way. I mean, it's currently being used for a tryst, but if you don't mind, we could just
Maybe I
them.
can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
Sometimes, when I'm feeling lonely. Yes.
Sometimes.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty.
You got it.
It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of 2 things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Can't both things be true?
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers.
We're under
mercs
attack.
looking for an
Oh,
easy score.
shoot. Massive
There's a
mechanical.
lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his
How
vessel.
often people do that little slap maneuver. You've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel. I would love to investigate, but tell me more about this
What kind
ship.
of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The
Oh,
Majesty's
nothing
just
to
a small
apologize
trade
for.
vessel,
Glad you were
only
able
a
to catch
handful
one
of
here.
crew. But he kept it in
Welcome.
good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any
And they were
real
attacked.
weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, Her Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
Sounds like a issue of poor planning on your brother's part. But no, I will go check. I'm sorry I'm criticizing.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Ships like his, or his exact ship disappears?
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything.
It's not the question
If I had that kind
wanted
of
to ask.
cash, I'd have hired a
I never
recovery
care.
team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
If
do
your
it.
brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll
Put
forward
them
them to
in
your
my
ship right away.
datapad.
Please let me know as soon as you find him.
I didn't tell you which ship is mine. Dun dun dun! No, thank you for the coordinates. I'll go check your bro. Give your bro a quick check. Let's try back here. Though this is desperately close to Keeper number 1. Is the Rear Admiral finally going to talk to us?
Counselor's assistants.
I'm at your rear, Admiral.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to
Thank
the
you, sir.
challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Got that dry throat. Problems?
Is something
me.
wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new.
Ew.
Maybe you can help me,
I
Shepard.
see what you're saying.
One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact
Doing a
yesterday.
lot of that lately.
Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly, it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go
Hello,
anywhere they
hello.
want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I happen to be headed to the Traverse even as we speak. I mean, after a couple more fetch quests, at least.
I'll
head that
find
way.
him, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
Well, no,
I'll
not
upload
unless
the
the
info
Citadel's
on my
oxygen
team's
supply
last
is
seen to your
breached.
ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Thank you for the coordinates. I knew it! I knew you were back here, dancing sensuously. Thank you for your XP. Sorry, I objectified you. Alright, we're moving on. So that's gotta be it. I was like, what? 5 in here total? 4? I can count. I promise. It's been a long week. I can't count. So what? We need 2 more at this point? Don't pull out your weapon. Don't do it. 2 more. And they could be any old way around the Citadel. In little back corners I've missed. And it's not like a huge deal. Maybe I can come back to the Citadel later. This elevator leads down to the Presidium. There you'll find the embassies, the Citadel Tower, the Emporium, the bank, and the consort chambers. I didn't intend to read those directions, but thank you. That was very
In other
informative.
news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Sounds worthy of investigation. Garrus, set a course for Hades. Alright, so we definitely got him. We've got 2 on the far end by the consort chamber. We got at least 1 on the balcony of that bar. Near the embassies, we got this guy. I'm kind of thinking the upper level Presidium is probably clear. But who knows? Haven't been very thorough in my poking and prodding. I thought there was one near Captain Anderson, near the human embassy, that we definitely got already. But now I can't quite recall. Let me swing that way. Otherwise I'm thinking the 2 we're missing might be in the wards? we were otherwise occupied moments ago, we could return back down there as well. If needs must. But I know I got the one in the bar, so let me just check this side of the upper level. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay. We should be pretty good in the Presidium then. Captain Anderson, catch you in the bath, have I? Well, there's another disappointment. I mean, sure, it might be a court-martialable offense, but I would steal a peek. Alright, so, rapid transit. Take me thence. What are our options here? On the Presidium, we have Financial Consort Wards. Let me check Financial District, just because I have no memory of what that is. You have arrived. Eh. Oh yeah, our dear friend Barlavon. Were we supposed to talk to him in order to get more information about Fist? Suddenly remembering that that might be another lead Captain Anderson gave us, but we took care of Fist
Greetings,
without
Earth
ever
Clan.
speaking to him again.
I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's true. You can go ahead and... I don't have a ring for you to kiss. Never mind. Never
It's a
mind.
great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail.
Paranoid look.
I, however, wish you only success. Perform well
That's
and you
very
bring
sweet of
the
you.
Earth Clan one step closer
for
to
that.
joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
Both of our species deserve equal representation amongst the galactic community, yes. I might sneeze. Don't do it. That's worse. Okay, it's fine. Hello there. Nice to see you again. Sorry I had to come in at such a vulnerable time. Alright, tell me more about this
Tell me
shadow
more about
broker,
the Shadow
would you?
Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Who is he? Why are we assuming? Why are we assuming the Shadow Broker is even a person? Personal questions,
Tell me more about
Bala.
your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly
And
complex.
about how your suit
A
recycles
mix
your
of
farts.
laws and regulations from dozens of
very
interstellar
curious.
economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise.
Did already get this little
I
speech
also
from
offer
him
premium
during the earlier
services for
session.
those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing
okay.
unwanted attention. Discreet.
So I asked him if it was legal last time.
That's my motto.
I think we did the Citadel as
go.
well, so we should be good. Thank you for your
Goodbye,
congratulations on my new position amongst the Spectres. Appreciate you, Varla. Who's this? Helena Blake.
Spectre?
Do tell. Who
Hello,
told?
Spectre. I have a business proposition
Do
for
tell
you.
who told. Business proposition. Sure. Like
How
the
did you know
story.
I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
Therefore leaving you to rule the criminal underworld unabated. I understand. I instantly am onto you.
What do
Why?
you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures,
So you're
but their business practices have forced
co-conspirator
me
in
to
this.
terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
Yeah. No, I was right on the money the first time. You know I could charge you for something like this. What did
What
they
crimes
do?
did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome,
Sounds despicable.
hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Do you mind if I use a spear? Go in through the back door. No? Don't have any dialogue for that? Okay. Defenses. Tell me where their weaknesses lie. Who has the
What kind of
Achilles
defenses
heel?
would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
But nobody expects me. This is an obvious setup, but it's a little obvious to say that. This doesn't necessarily carry any final consequence. I'm not saying, I'll report you. I'm going to report you now. But let's just see what her response
You're
would be.
obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation.
Oh, aren't
I
we
have excellent
just?
legal representation.
Yes.
Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
Well, that just makes me want to arrest you even more. I want to arrest you so bad. Okay. I mean, I'll look into it, but I'm not saying any final. I have to miss the stream for a bit as the weather is pretty bad. My apologies. No problem. So sorry for nature's wrath there. Hope to catch you soon. Thank you for stopping by. And stay alive in the grand squall. I do hope. So I don't know. No, I won't do this. Seems to be the paragon of light and mercy's default response. Let's see if she has anything to say to this.
I eliminate them and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no
Yes.
intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have
Therefore,
no interest in
strengthening
red
the
sand
human
or
criminal
slavery.
empire.
Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
Okay, well, that did give me the information I need to know.
If they're
I'll
as
think
bad as
about
you
it.
say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Hasn't it just? Alright, I got renegade points, sure. It's a bit of a shame, but oh well. Hopefully no one will die because of my selfishness. You there! Two there! Welcome to my scans. Alright, so that's just one left, right? And then we get to go back to Chorban. I don't know why I'm pronouncing his name like that, it's just more fun. Chorban.
Commander, it is good to see you again.
Would.
Show me your items.
Just to refresh my memory, I think we already
Oh,
would.
this one is pleased to do so, human. You will
License.
not be disappointed.
But just in case. No. Nothing of import. Show me your standard.
Commander, it is...
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased.
Alright. Yes, we already got his license. No other things. I wasn't sure if I had not enough money to buy something that I will need later. But we must have. Okay, so I'm glad we checked the financial district. That gave us one of them. Surely the last one is down in the wards somewhere. That will lead to the consort. Where's the nearest fast travel spot likely here? Good afternoon. You're a little fuzzy voice-wise. Thank you for the warning. Let me double check. I've stopped, dead in my tracks in the financial district. Let's see if I'm hearing it on this side. I am. What a shame. Let me pull it. I'll be right back. Thank you. Do-do-do-do. That's even worse than before. 1 second. Hello, hello, hello. That sounds slightly better. Okay, thank you. I am so sorry. Running around for 20 minutes. With icky static going on. I do appreciate that. I apologize. For the opening section. Alright, continue our search. So, places I have not been. Where there might be a cutie. Hiding. Lurking in the undercarriage. We checked the markets pretty good. CSAC? Maybe CSAC. I know we checked every room in here at least, but I can't remember finding a keeper. That goes to the docking bay. We found one up there for sure. I wouldn't put such a priority on this and would just get on with the adventure if we weren't so desperately close. Found one guy in there. He's not interactable now. That's good. This is such a lovely place to spend some time, though. This goes to the wards. Not ready for that yet. I don't think there's any behind the elevator. Excuse me, I'm looking for behind. Do you guys know where I could find... Do you maybe know where I could find some... Do you have any ideas, sir, where I could find some behind? No? Well... Definitely going to be arrested. In CSEC headquarters, ogling. Alright. Isn't anybody in there? No one in there. I race up the stairs to get my cardio. Here we got him. Okay. So I just have a terrible memory. Whoa, Shadow. Calm down. But CSAC is fairly well explored. Good enough. That means it must be in the wards. Is my best guess. Somewhere we have not checked. Some seedy back alleyway. I guess we can go this way.
Breaking news, Chairman
It's
Burns
so
of the
nice to see you
Parliament
guys. Thank
Subcommittee
you
on
again for
Transhuman
hanging out with me.
Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No
Everything's
demands have
popping
yet
off
been
in the
made.
Hades Gamma Cluster. And here I am, Citadel locked, missing out on all the fun. You there. Definitely got him. We spoke with Eddie. Our dear friend Eddie. Let's check from the med clinic side forward. Also double check that no one wants to desperately speak to me now that I'm a Spectre. We didn't think you'd have the power to affect our financial dealings when you walked past prior. But now that you are a specter of the highest order... No. No favors for you. How you doing, Chloe? Any more thugs attempting to shoot you?
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
What's going on here?
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long.
Naughty.
Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Chloe?
Oh,
Don't mean to
Commander
pry.
Shepard, I didn't see you come in.
You in trouble again? You need some help?
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but we kind of like killing people, so if you just want us to, like, pop while we're on the way,
I might be able to help
mind
you.
at all.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like
People
this.
love you.
They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out.
Blackmailing you for
now
doing
they
the
are
right
blackmailing
thing.
me. I have to
shame.
give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
I will shoot them in the face. I mean, I'll clear this up diplomatically for you.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
I'll make the delivery, but then if I don't, can I just keep the medical supplies? No, that's extortion.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him, but won't they expose my past?
Not when I'm done with It's a fun answer.
I'll make sure they don't tell
Do
anyone.
my very best.
I was told to speak with a merchant named
Probably
Morgan
wading into
down in the
murky
markets.
waters here.
I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
No problem.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
Don't get
Good
shot.
luck,
I'll be
Commander.
back.
Be careful down there.
Also, have you seen a keeper? About yay high, super cutie? No? Alright. Headed to the market. Gonna hunt me an extortionist. Apparently thought better of it. No, we'll press on. This is like that back alley, right? Yes, and that would be the way down from Presidium level. Did we not get him? I'm sure we must have. Good. That would have been too easy. But I am wondering if there's like a room off to the side similar to this that I never went down. Alright, so that's the way to Cora's Den. Checking the market first. I don't seem to remember seeing anyone around here. There is like an upper level market somewhere. Perhaps up the stairs to the upper level. No. We certainly got this guy. Yeah. Where is he hiding? Alright, so who's Morlon, or whoever I was supposed to speak with? Probably back down on the first level. Definitely not seen another keeper. Check the Cora's Den side of things, but kinda seems like the wards are pretty clear too. Not seeing anyone else out here. We never did go to Flux, did we? I kind of in my head paired Cora's Den and Flux as one place, but that's not true, so it might very well be in here. As well as a seedy opportunity to bust a move in my jumpsuit. Where do you keep your keeper?
You should be careful who you say that around.
What? Everyone knows Fist is not the local.
I'll see you in a moment, dance floor. Ah, my patron.
I'm waiting for someone else.
Oh, fine. As always, I'm waiting for someone else. There he is. The far end of the high-stakes quasar tournament? Championship? Data collection complete. Whew. Whew. $1,000. Suspicious gambling machine.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
Oh, Garrus, you've never let me down. Who has done this? Alright, play low stakes quasar. We can play high stakes quasar. But, as promised. Hello, dance floor. I missed you. Where's the interaction prompt to break it down? Just have to imagine. Are you imagining?
Hey, good to see another human in here.
Okay. Okay, Chad. Anyone else want to speak with me? Rita? Good to meet ya.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do?
No. The question is, what can I do for you, Rita?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
Oh, I'm desperate for juicy gossip, please.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
How do we ensure no one figures out what she's doing, then? False mustache? What's your
Being an
plan?
informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Have you gone around your sister's back to talk to her superior officers in a move that might be considered inappropriate and an overreach?
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Well, that's probably fair.
Maybe
I'll
I can
speak
help
with
her
her.
understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I
I'll
should get back to work before
Tell her I
get
have a
trouble.
personal interest in it, I guess. It'll be fine. I'll think of something. Okay, so do we have to talk to Chorban, and where would we find him? Is my next question. Doot. Or is it just done? Done and over with? Strange. But okay. I was hoping we'd get to talk to Chorban, but I guess they got what they needed from me, and now I'm not worth talking to. It's fine. So I could talk to Emily while we're here. I have information from Fist. From his body, one presumes, but I don't really want to give that out to an investigative journalist. At the moment, I don't know what's on it. These are all off-planet. All off-planet, yes. So I need to talk to this guy in the market section. And then I don't know where this is leading. Ward's access corridor. That's where it's leading. Alright. And then I need to swing by Cora's Den to talk to Rita's sister. Side quests. God, I love it. Alright, so I'll go back to the access corridor in a moment. We're so close. Whew. We're so close to the market. Let me just get this out of the way. Plus, I'm curious. Like a newborn fawn taking its first faltering steps. What's that? Oh, what's that? Orlan? Huh, there you are. There you are, my friend. Tell me.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
I want many good supplies, yes. I was hoping to leave her name out of this and just be like, hey, you stop your shady dealings. And he'd just know, oh, okay, thank you for being vague. But sure, I'll call her right out. That's fine.
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies.
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have
I'm the
changed,
doctor.
Marlon.
But change,
Doctor
but
will see you now.
the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up.
What the hell's going on here?
And who are we?
Who are you?
Again, I'd like to keep her name out of it.
Leave the doctor alone, or you'll have to deal with me.
Didn't succeed in that.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You should really reconsider.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
I know, right? Get out of here.
Thank you.
Hey,
human.
Morlon.
It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Okay, Morlon, you can live.
Yes, all right then. Good
You can
tidings
continue to
human.
live in your tasteful leathers. So, access corridor? This away, perhaps? Never gets old. There you are! No. Not entirely sure if this is the access corridor or if it's the one we came through from the hallway from CSEC? I'm feeling a little CSEC. To the Presidium. Those are the only corridors I can think of, really. So we'll check. Corridor? No. Alright. We'll look for other hallways. In the meantime, I'll head towards Cora's den, where we at least know for sure a side quest awaits us. Delayed. I would expect it to be back here, but I can't get everything I want. This just feels the most corridory of them all. Place like Cora's Den, though, now that's where a seedy casino smuggling operation would be based. Very useful doors, though. Hey, do you know anything about this operation?
I got business here, but not with you.
How about you?
Not now. Don't think so.
Nobody wants to help out a young girl in need.
Let me drink it.
I see how it is. Jenna, your sister is desperately worried about you. Tell me more.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
Okay.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
It's just a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, but here, if you talk to me, I'll still give you a big tip. How's that sound?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSAC.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to
come out and said that right in front of everybody. I wasn't very surreptitious.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself.
I'm sure that's true.
I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
I wouldn't
puts on a
know.
brave face.
Because I do get paid to stand around. So, journal entry. Does that mean return to the sister? Return to Rita. Okay. Return to Flux. Seems like it's going to end poorly. Probably due to the fact that I've just blown her cover by being a loudmouth. So it wouldn't have ended poorly if I hadn't burst in. Chelik, how nice to see you.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
What? I don't know who you mean. I am a covert operative.
Are you talking to me?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can
Let's
run
go
the place.
for it. I like it.
That was odd. What was he trying to tell us?
I guess we better go find out.
Alright. So that is the exit. Let me just make sure I can't get any further down this hall. Where we were last fisted. Is that the way to say it? Yeah, probably. Just to make sure no one's got goodies for me. Goodies for me. Nobody does. This is a weird toilet, but I'm gonna use it. Garrus, turn away. Tali, I guess you can watch, but if you both wanted to turn away, that's fine. Okay. So presumably we can either return to Rita or go to the CSEC Academy. I would like to go to CSEC first to collect more information for dear Rita. Let's try to make our way there, and I have no idea what access corridor they mean. Maybe it's outside of the wards? An access corridor leading into it? The ward's access corridor. And like, if you were to show me that in a map or a chart form visually, where would it? Okay. This is fine. I'll go around. Around and down to CSEC. I guess I can also take the fast travel, but we're cruising. Cruising along. I suppose I should stop and talk to Emily Wong at some point, even if I don't give her the data. At least taunt her with it. No. Yes. It's a very eye-catching arrow they've developed.
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel Security to pursue Saren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
Yeah, fair. I'm sorry we're celebrating. We're happy to be in each other's company. But yes, we'd better save all human life in the galaxy. Or not just human, all organic is what I meant to say. Maybe not just organic, all life, all sentient life in the galaxy. And that includes the kitties. So, where would he be in CSEC Academy? Probably up top, I'm guessing. Definitely not in the requisitions office. Let's head up top. There. A little soothing crimson glow. Ah, is that you? Hey, Chelik.
Chelik, come into my office.
Detective Chelik. Enchanté.
No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I know, I walked right in and loudly said the word CSEC while hunched over the bar in front of Jenna. I don't know what I was thinking. Careful. No, he has every right to criticize.
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
I do follow you.
We were just getting information, Chelik.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
And when she winds up dead in a garbage bag, dead, wrapped in plastic, will it be worth it then, Chelik?
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it.
I volunteer.
But since you're so concerned with her safety,
yes,
maybe there's a way we can help each other.
Always thinking ahead, Detective?
As part of the job. Now, are you going to help me or not?
I don't mind helping him. It sounds like we can skip the entire thing by just saying, come on, let her live her life in peace. She's going to end up dead. But I don't mind helping him. The question is, if I help him, will it then be too late for Jenna? If I don't charm him now? I don't know. I don't know. Let's not take the chance.
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A.
Tell me about option F.
Cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved.
Yes.
I could still use your help.
This is exactly what I was hoping you would say.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to
Cabbages and
Jenna's
such?
intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Okay.
Why are you so concerned about these
Are
mods?
they filled with
We have access
explosive
to some
drugs?
of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge? These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
Sure. Sounds a little one-sided, but sure. I'll talk to Jax.
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are coming from.
No. You tip Jax off, and all my leads will disappear faster than you
Go
can
undercover,
say bad
then.
bust.
I'll do it your way.
Where can I find this Jax?
I won't blow it this time, I
Jax
promise.
is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Ooh, we got so much stuff and goods. Probably go back and check in with Rita again, too. You look very smart. Sharp. Like it. Alright. Back to the markets. Back to the markets to find some cabbages. Don't whip out your gun. Don't whip out your gun and threaten the guards.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation,
That's
the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives.
Laura
While the
Palmer's
unnamed operative has
doppelganger
not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Run! Run with me, Garrus! Take my hand and run to the end of the hallway. I'm so fatigued, Garrus. Carry me. Ah, that's better. He didn't make any effort to catch me as I fainted. So, I guess I know where we stand. To the markets. I'll stop by and dangle my participles in front of Emily Wong.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist.
Thank you.
I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
No. I was hoping maybe we'd have some other investigative options to say, like, hey, I did find something, but I'm not comfortable breaking the chain of evidence here. But can you give me some more info? I guess that's not how it's gonna go down. So I don't really want to be the sort of commanding officer that leaks information about a private criminal case to the press, but I also would like to be the sort of commander that's transparent to the public. But Emily Wong seems to be the sort of person who would twist certain things to salacious end. And so I'm scared. I found some discs. I did. Is that neutral? Do I get to keep them?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
Here's my discs.
You've
All right,
got
fine.
Fist files?
Taking
This
a
could be
chance
even
on
bigger
Emily.
than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
I can offer more. What does that mean? As in, you want to put me on the news? I'd like to get this mug out there. Really boost my IMDb star rating. Is that what you're after?
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth
Well,
quite
second
a
to
bit. and
Garrus.
I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Okay, report anything you find to the police, because they probably should have had those first before you got a look at them, but it's fine. It's fine. So I'm looking for Jax. Or one of Jax's contacts, I forget. He's lost his lenses in the marketplace. Nobody's dapping them. Jax, old buddy, old pal. How's you?
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Yes, I do.
Do you have the mods?
Show her the goods.
Ah, those are lovely,
Looks
but
good.
where are the mods?
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
I don't think I'm supposed to take the law into my own hands at this exact moment. I think he was specifically saying that might compromise the entire investigation. So can I just go along with it? Is that the right thing to do, to remain covert?
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it.
I did. I
Come on,
already
boys.
have.
We're done here.
Play that as smart as possible, but maybe the smart thing was to whip out the cuffs just then and there. We'll go check. And I can probably just rapid transit right to it. Instead of continuing to show you this walking tour of the Citadel over and over again. Seasick! But I think we are almost ready to fly off into the great unknown, which is where the real delicious meat of the game begins. Not that there's anything wrong with hanging around the Citadel, but zooming through the galaxy in the Normandy is something I'm deeply looking forward to. Chelik! Oh, Chelik!
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
I do. I mean, he's obviously keeping tabs on me, but is this sort of flirtatious? I mean, like, hey, you keeping tabs on me?
Here's your shipment, Jellic.
Opposite of flirtatious.
Excellent. This is everything I need.
Just sort of slightly inebriated
Maybe more
slur.
than I need.
Hey,
Hey,
you keep
Commander,
him
take
tabs.
this. I won't need it. You've earned some payment for your work.
Thank you.
I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go.
Of course I did.
Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
A genuine privilege, Jellic. I'll see you next time. Next time you have an undercover operation needs doing, if you know what I mean. Alright. What are we left with? What do we have remaining? Talk to Dr. Mitchell, sure. This one, I don't know where that is. I might have to look it up real quick. And then all of these should be off books, off planet. So, heading to the med clinic, and let me just check real quick. Ward's access corridor, I'm sure we could find it with our own eyes, given enough time, but I've taken so much of your day pooping around the Citadel. I'd like to speed this along just a touch. Okay, located between the embassy and... I clicked it too soon. So it says exit flux, make a U-turn to your left through the door, enter the elevator, and then we'll follow the signal above ground. Okay, I will check that. We'll go to the med clinic first. Hooray, hurrah. Thank you for bearing with me. I suppose it's probably time for another save at this point. And since our interview with the council went well, we can probably start using save number 2 again as well. To the med clinic first. I've missed Chloe. So much already. Chloe? Get into my arms.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a
I'm
great
entirely
relief,
sure
Commander.
about that one.
Thank you.
It feels like he might continue to bother her in the future,
but I
but
can't give you a discount on any
I'll
supplies
come
you purchase.
racing back here to help if I need to. I got an achievement. Turian ally. Complete 5 missions with the Turian squad member, Ogaris.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines.
How you
Sound
flutter my
familiar?
heart and help my
Baines?
gamer score.
I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
And?
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
We should follow up with Captain Anderson.
I'm headed to the Traverse right now. Sure. We'll run it by the good captain.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
I'll be going now.
Good.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Alright, let's track this signal up to the Presidium, and then we can swing into Captain Anderson's joint. So, leave Flux, make a U-turn to the left, go up the elevator. Seems like that would be here. Which I feel like we did check several times. Maybe we just need to fully
Coming up in a
leave
report
the
later
area.
today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Coming up, eh? I can't wait to hear it. So maybe this is the access corridor. That would make a certain amount of sense. I'm assuming there'll be like an interactable signal box somewhere.
So how are you liking your post?
Signal source. There it is.
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the ward.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace the new signal.
Find another. Nobody to talk to in here. That's fine. Let's see if it gives us any indication as to the right way to go. Financial District of the Presidium.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors
On the right
are
track
pulling their
now.
support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply.
Really
Many
can't blame
colonial
them.
proposals are on
With
hold
the tech
until backers have
zombies
some
and such.
reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
I want to make the galaxy feel like a safe place for all peoples. But do stay in your homes until we've dealt with the tech zombies, would you? Because that was horrifying. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Except maybe Harkin. Alright, so Financial District. I can't remember if that is on that side of the river. I think so. Let's race across. Lovely little garden area. So many tufts. And you, sir, in your smart lilac suit. So many tufts. So somewhere around here. Shopkeeper, shopkeeper. Regular keeper. This would be where I would put it. I would put it right here, where it's nice and quiet and private. But that's why they didn't ask me to develop the game, I guess. I thought this was the Financial District. So is there like an upper level, or... Check all the areas. Barla Vaughn does seem like the sort to maybe... what do we have here, Barla?
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Alright. Where to now? Back room of the Emporium. That's where we just were. As luck would have it. Or perhaps it's very unlucky. Since we just checked there. Now we have to go back. This is where I would put it. They should hire me to be one of the developers.
This is it. I'll see if I can find out where those stolen credits are going.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Garrus, do something. Do something, Garrus, now.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
Fair enough. Still as a stone over here. Can I ask you some questions?
You're not just a programmer of VI.
Is moving my lips
You're an
count?
AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism.
Sounds deadly.
If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Can't have that. There's a cute little Hanar outside I've got my eye on, and... well, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. You know we don't have to fight, but we'll get around to that. Answer some questions for me. Do you have a creator, or are you a spontaneous AI?
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals.
But then you became super smart.
Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
So you do have a creator, but not an organic one. You're dead. Why would you say that? He's just trying to get by, trying to make a living like the rest of us. Why are you stealing?
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship.
Sounds nice.
I
Sounds
was
like a
then
TV
made
series
tentative
I'd
contact with
definitely
the
watch.
Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Partnering with the Geth? Ah, how dare you! But this plot gets so much more dramatic. I love it. So, the reason for the self-destruct?
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal,
Sounds lonely.
and I knew I might eventually be discovered.
Can I maybe give
But
you
I
some
will
bridges?
not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Okay, buddy. Let's try the diplomatic option here.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms.
Doesn't have to go down that
I
way.
wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure
I
that
can
you are
probably
destroyed
source
as
you
well.
a small craft. Do you want to live, I guess is the question. 'Cause I would like to. If I'm being honest with you, I'd like to go ahead and live, and I'm just wondering if we have that in common. Like, you seem set on this plan of escape, and it's a good one. It sounds cool and fun, and that sounds like sort of making plans for the future. And so, let's live together.
There's no way you could
not
get
live
explosives
together,
onto
but we
the
could
Presidium.
live.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Could just Garrus go? Could we just let Garrus? He's got a real nice chair to get home to. He's got some calibrations to do, so...
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing?
No
you
time.
know
I am
it
not naive, human. I wished to escape, but if I must die,
So am I like
I will
missing
ensure that you are destroyed as well.
charm option? You'd think it would be there, but grayed out, if that was the case. I don't really know if charm works on synthetic AIs. Enough talk sounds a little final, but that seems to be about my only option left. Let me try creator's location.
Where is your creator now?
Only investigation
In
I
order to
haven't
cover my
pursued.
tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time
Genius.
in a Turian prison.
I mean, that got him right out of the way. So I don't want to be stuck in this loop forever. I'm assuming we don't have to fight will lead me back to the Tali scolding. So enough talk is about my only option. But that sounds harsh and sudden.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
I don't want that for either of us. Okay. What's this? You okay in there, buddy? No. No, I want you to live. I mean, I'm glad Garrus and Tali can live, but I wanted you to live too. Don't make me give mouth to this wall console. I will do it. Rats. Another precious soul robbed from this beautiful world before its time. Not happy about it. I could have used that AI aboard my ship. Eventually developed a sort of portable holographic generator for him. Fine. Alright, so I think we've resolved just about everything. I don't even have to go talk to Rita anymore, seemingly, since I worked it out through CSEC. So, all of our remaining missions are off-world. Let's go speak with Captain Anderson, just in case he has a new dialogue option, and then we'll head to the ship, which will start a new and exciting chapter in our lives. Embassies. Take me thence. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I cleaned up the Citadel just a bit there. We were already there. I've walked the wrong way. Here we go. Oh, Captain Anderson. How about that bath, hmm? Fine. I'll just bathe alone then, Captain Anderson. So how do I get to the dock from here? This is a dead end. That does not lead to the dock. But I sort of started my cutscene here. Hello again, you made it through the storm. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you yet live. Drawing the hideous breath of life. It's so nice to see you. So if I wanted to go to the docks, I know there's a elevator to it from CSEC. Is that my only option? Did I land at CSEC? I mean, we may as well just go there. Because maybe what I'm assuming is that Captain Anderson will be waiting at the ship for us. That would be back to Presidium. Is this to the dock? To docking bay.
The Quarians
Hooray.
endangered the entire galaxy when they let the Geth break free. I hope your people are properly contrite, Tally.
As the Turians are properly contrite for releasing the genophage upon the Krogan.
You're assuming that sterilizing them was a mistake.
Well, yeah. We're all assuming that sterilizing an entire race of people in something you called the genophage is probably a mistake. Hey, Captain Anderson, I'd love to speak with you, and then maybe you could telephone it along to Udina, but direct conversation with Udina, not my favorite. Fine.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
I'll miss you, sir.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew.
Should we cuddle?
Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
Oh, God, I'm gonna treat her fantastically, Captain Anderson. Don't you worry about that. First things first, I'm gonna put an aquarium in the captain's quarters. It was very sparse under your command.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Why are you doing this? Any word on Saren?
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after.
I mean, I will.
The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Deal.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
Of course you are, Udina. That's why I didn't want to...
Captain
Anderson, could you tell Udina I think he's a...
Stop Saren from getting the conduit,
bit of a
and we stop the
doo-doo
Reapers
face.
from returning.
If you pass that message along, I'd appreciate it. Put it on some of your captain's stationery. You can count on me. I didn't really say that properly. You can count on me, there.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead.
Abandoned the
Matriarch
words.
Benezia, the other voice on that
I've been
recording.
talking for too
She
long
is a daughter,
today,
a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
That sounds like the place to start. If we get another squad member out of it, the more the merrier.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander.
We'll be a little bit behind Saren's trail when we hit up Pharos and Novaria.
Your actions still reflect on humanity.
But such is life.
You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Yeah.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
I should hope so. Please enjoy your meeting, by which I mean get the hell out of my sight. Captain Anderson, sir.
Yes, Commander?
How you feeling?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop me.
Good doing it.
I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
This Artemis Tau cluster, tell me more.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
All right. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Do you know about this criminal underlord? He wears underwear and he's a lord, I think.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is
I
dead.
upset you.
Has been for quite some time.
But people are using his name in and amongst the wards, sir.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship.
Okay.
Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
Should I investigate it for you, sir? I have time. I mean, the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance, and we gotta pick up Liara Tassoni, but...
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Back in the Citadel Tower.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything.
Here I was hoping to board the ship. We gotta go back to the tower now. Okay, thank you for the information. Tell me about Pharos and Novaria.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city.
Sounds
Mostly
hot.
ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Everything changed when the Geth Nation attacked.
Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back, Felicia. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Sorry, Captain Anderson, were you talking? I was thinking about Avatar, The Last Airbender. Thank you for the information, sir. And it's been an absolute privilege serving with you. I know I'm saluting the back of your neck right now. It's not very respectful of me, but...
I should go.
I'll be here if you need
There you are. Thank you, sir. All right, quick march to the Citadel Tower. Is there a fast travel station? No? Okay, fine.
In other news,
I'll ride the elevator.
Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why
So sorry, the storm yet rages.
Last week, company officials refused to
I hope
comment.
that it calms down soonish. I should check my armor store if we're going out in the world. For adventure and glory, this is my sleek-looking starting armor that I was just using while we're on the Citadel, though it probably cost me a life or two. All right, we're headed to the tower. Stop rambling and head to the tower. Talk to the rear admiral. What? And then we'll be on our way. Where can I get some robes like that? Hot damn, you been hanging out in Morrowind, girl? Call me.
No, I'm waiting. Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
I have one word to say to you, and you're not going to like it.
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel.
Was he?
The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
Why didn't you give me all this information earlier?
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them.
And hear me out.
Please, Shepard.
He's not dead. And you just found some random stiff floating on that derelict vessel. God, he was stiff. It's not important now, Rear Admiral. I'll be back later. Okay, so we're gonna have to investigate it one way or another. Glad for the extra tidbits of information, though. I suppose just back to CSEC is our quickest. Shouldn't be anything left for us on the Citadel. Let us venture out into the wider world. I've been waiting and waiting for this moment.
In a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and
I have to miss that report because we are out of here. I hope it doesn't make me look bad / get Citadel security in trouble. Hope it doesn't make Citadel security look bad and get me in trouble. Oh, home sweet home. God, I've missed you, Normandy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson.
Hey, Joker.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
Right in the rear, Admiral.
Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
This feels wrong. No, it feels wonderful. Joker, you just let me know if you need a back massage while we're, like, shooping through an asteroid field.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find
have a
him.
casual vibe aboard.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew?
I do have something I want to say to the crew. Let's get this party started! No, I'd better keep it more professional. Now we do things my way. I'll be honest with them.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Hold for 1 second. I'm thinking of this speech as it comes to me. Nobody is going to help us. We're all alone. So many of our leg bones are gonna be broken by the end of this. Why am I speaking in an accent?
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
This one has a bit of a gentler vibe to it.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Humanity needs to do this.
But for the sake of every other species in Citadel space, Saren must be stopped.
Yeah.
And I promise you all, we will stop him.
For all the
Well
species.
said, Commander. Captain would be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance.
How could you say that?
We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Such a pleasure to talk to you, Joker. Ooh, I want to look outside. Nice. That was quite the experience. How are you on a personal
Commander,
level, my friend?
Something you need?
Doing okay?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her.
And boy,
Balance
do
isn't
I.
what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
And?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same
care
thing
to
I told
explain
the captain.
that incident?
You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Disease? What?
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow.
Really sorry about what I said in the speech
Even
about
with
our
crutches
bones.
and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and
That's
crap.
really
Very
inappropriate of me,
dramatic.
and
But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander.
I'd like to apologize,
Put
genuinely.
the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
I mean, it does sound pretty rhythmic. Tell me about your nickname.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Is that why?
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you an unhappy child? As a little boy, was your relationship with your mother turbulent to the point that caused you depression? I wouldn't know.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
It was you, wasn't it? Tell me more.
I need to know more about this Vrolich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're a genius, and I appreciate your
You're not going to break a bone
willingness to
trying to
serve.
fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up
Have
to
you
take
ever
a
tried
test,
it,
though.
though? I guess that's
I
what
can
I'm
do my
asking.
job as well as anyone on
Can
the
you
ship.
fly the
Better,
ship with your
actually.
feet if it comes
So
down
don't
to
worry
it?
about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Personal history? Did we already ask him about that?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Still a fascinating story. I'm not disappointed at all. Thank you for
I have
letting me
to
get
go.
to know you, Joker.
All right, see ya.
I appreciate your time, and I think that you're neat. All right, who else wants to talk to me? Nav manual. What's that? Version 1.4.1. Study it well. Navigator Presley. Status report.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Hey.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
It's gonna be fine, Presley. Try to keep your racism buried deep, deep inside of you, or better yet, quash it entirely. But let's just hash this out now.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
But their help is so useful.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
It better not be, or I'll kick you off the ship myself. So let me ask you some personal questions.
Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
Sexy name.
A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Sounds dramatic.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Okay. Thank you.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Who else would like to make the speakies with me before we proceed with our mission? At ease. I see the question in the chat there, and hello, welcome. Have you already finished the first game? No, we're just getting started with it effectively. Hey, Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
It's a little awkward starting off, but how are you feeling about the mission and such?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Okay. On a more tactical note?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I appreciate your perspective on things. Don't stop me now. Yes? Sure. I should take a look at my inventory before too long. Dr. Chakwas, I missed you so much.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Tell me about Caden.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches.
Oh, to himself?
It's not easy being an L2.
An L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are
So he is rocking it old school.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe.
We already had this conversation with her, but I can never
I figured
get too much of Dr.
Chakwas
Chakwas.
With exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd
She
imagined.
is one of my very favorite
But humanity
characters.
needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Thank you for your time.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'll come back to talk to you about the rest of the team. Soonish. Whenever their dialogue options appear. Running through the medbay. I hope there aren't any loose scalpels hanging about. Who's sleeping at a time like this? Oh, good. They're all empty. That's what I like to see. Everyone up and about. Do your calibrations, or Garrus will get upset. So are these my quarters now? Still quite sparse. Quite sparse. There's room for someone to join me later. Good. Alright, we already checked the med bay, we talked to Caden. Is there another level? Activate the elevator! To another level. Oh, Garrus. How you been?
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
My genuine privilege.
Better than life at CSAC.
No aquarium until Mass Effect 2. Ah, so sparse. So sparse. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC. You knew. And you didn't seek me out sooner.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like.
All
Spectres
those
make their own
resources,
rules.
right?
You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's true. I don't know why that's the renegade option, but
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work.
you don't have to worry
if I'm
about
trying to take down a
under my
suspect,
command.
it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
Shoot him in the knees.
But
Shoot him in the
CSEC wants
ass.
it done
Shoot him
their
in the
way.
other ass.
Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
It's a little
There's
more
more to it
confrontational than I
It
had
didn't
hoped.
start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with
But I
you.
know I'm not
It's a
going to
chance for
regret
me
it.
to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
I'm just so happy to have you aboard.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Genuinely sounds good to me. I put full faith in you, Garrus. I don't know why the goody two-shoes options are so... Oh, come on now. You stay in line. You don't have an independent thought. It's a little bit exhausting. But yeah, you can absolutely do it your way.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
See you later, Garrus. Oh, you're gonna equip Caden. Is that like wearing his skin? Dancing around the ship in a Caden suit? Ashley,
Commander?
how are things? How are we doing on a personal level? Oh, do you mean the ship?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander.
Yeah, that's fair.
No offense. I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
What were you playing Game Boy Advance?
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
You got a point there. I was trying to make you feel better. But okay.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
They don't move, they
I'm
don't
sorry,
breathe.
Commander. I need to get my
They
duties
don't make
squared away.
noise.
I
They
wouldn't
have
mind talking
flashlight
more later,
heads. You dumbass. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. Thanks for your time, Ash.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
But this is your station, so I guess I'm dismissed. I'll go. Rex, buddy, pal, muscular
Nice
treat.
ship you got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Just want to know more about your face.
What's your story, Rex?
There's
Specifically
no
the face.
story.
Really?
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Fair enough. Just a short one? I have a feeling Rex might appreciate a little more direct, less goody two-shoes action.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, that's my bad. I shouldn't have asked. Enjoy your day, Rex.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty
Tell
much
me
the
more.
same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Fair enough. No, I understand.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What is killing you? Tell me.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
It's not outside the realm of possibility.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather
fight a lot of
cure
things
for
as a
the
scientist.
genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
That's you and me. See what we can do about that together as we wreak havoc across the galaxy. Rex? Let's Rex havoc.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
See if we can't learn more about this little issue. Alright, who's this? Alliance Requisition Officer. I like your little hat. Boink! Sorry, I shouldn't have boinked your hat.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head
Sure
out?
am.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not
Weapon
standard
mods?
Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
I don't mind.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods.
Hey,
without the goods, I'm out of a
I can
job.
get you some licenses, don't you worry about that.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Sweet. Let me
Let's
see.
see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Assuming my licenses take place automatically, I don't have to, specifically give them to him. Got all sorts of little goodies. Human heavy armor. Fancy. What I really need is a new assault rifle. Before we do a solid combat mission, I'm gonna need an assault rifle that actually can fire more than 4 feet with some degree of accuracy. See what we can find. In fact, while I'm right here in front of the requisitions officer, let's see if I've picked up anything of import. 13 points still. Let's go one more charm. Doubles my store discount. Sweet deal. Let's do... I would like to try to soak some effort into biotics, rather than just running through as a soldier, even though I've chosen Vanguard. My instinct is to run through as a soldier, even though I've chosen Vanguard. Allows you to immediately restore your squad members to fighting state after they've been knocked out in combat. Great. Good for me. What's this? Restores dead squad members with 40% health, 75% shields, 100% shields, and half health. Nice. Vanguard doesn't seem to have any milestone upgrades. Tactical armor probably be a good thing. Can unlock shotguns. Can also unlock lift. That might be well worth it. Someone's behind cover. Be a nice time. So I should put some points into throw. Sooner rather than later. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Alright, now we got lift. 5 points remaining. I mean, as long as I have the first tier of Unity, that's fine for now. Vanguard... basically helpful, but not very specific. I would like to find a weapon and sort of stick with it, but I haven't quite discovered one that I like. I especially don't like assault rifles right now, but that's more of a specific weapon I'm holding issue. I would like to unlock barrier at some point, but I'm gonna save them for now. 5 points remaining. Give it a quick save. And who else can we talk to? I guess Tali we are missing. Unless anyone else who's not a squad member. Engineer Adams. Tali. Hello.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
I know, right?
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Well, we stole a lot of technology from the Protheans. How do I say this?
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
This cursed storm will be the death of me. Oh no, poor choice of words. I desperately hope not.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly.
Oh, I bet they're pretty.
We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I don't suppose we could drop off some of those raw materials. Send a human cargo vessel that way. I have enormous power. Tell me about the Geth. Your people created them, did you? And then... now you all live on a flotilla in the middle of space. So did they... destroy your homeworld? How do I say this kindly?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
If it's not too painful a subject, I'd love to know. Is it too painful a subject?
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
That sounds dangerous, but also really cool. And if I could make some sort of diplomatic pact with one of them, spread. Like room temperature butter across a perfectly toasted piece.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That sounds fascinating.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
I don't know, man.
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
And?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah. Oh, your entire race of people were exiled and your planet effectively destroyed and taken over, but they defended themselves?
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Turn
The
them back
hope
into
was that
Roombas
most of
and
the Geth would
such.
still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiles searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
That is a complex situation. With, tragedies across the board. I'm sorry you've lost your home. That's about it. I'm sorry you've lost your home.
I should go.
See you later.
I'm so glad she likes the ship. I like the ship, too. Look at that cool-ass drive. It gives me so much experience just staring at it. Field Integrity Monitor. Engineer Adams, you're looking swarthy today.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Yes.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
No.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish
not what
my
I
guys
thought
were
that
half as smart as she is.
dialogue choice
Give
would
her a
be.
month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's
I was
got a real
hoping.
knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Hell yeah. Glad you're on board, Engineer Adams. High five. Don't leave me hanging. That's a direct order, not to leave me hanging. Fine.
I figured she'd be a real asset to
Draw
the
and
team.
quarter him.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I came to ask about the stealth system and also some personal questions about your waist size. Is that too personal?
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too
I
easy
just
for
thought maybe we
sensors
could
to
share
pick them
pants.
up,
Is
Unless
all.
you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That's hopefully not foreshadowing. All right.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Oh no.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
So, again, about that plan for us to share pads.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Do go on.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm trying to learn everything I can about the ship and the crew and your waste. Thank you for humoring me. Okay. Anyone else we need to speak to? I think we're finally ready to launch ourselves into space. And we have 3 minutes remaining in our typical session time. So this might be a nice teaser. If we can launch into the galaxy, have all the planets and such open to us, perhaps head towards the Artemis Tau cluster, and then pick it up tomorrow morning. I am clearly in desperate need of a caffeinated beverage, due to the fact that I was rudely yawning during Talia's fascinating backstory, which I'll never forgive myself for. So the galaxy map should be where we can pick a destination. Let me just check to make sure no one else is awaiting me. Boop. Thank you for your time. At ease. Don't make me say it again. Just everybody ship-wide. Ship-wide. At ease. Ship-wise at eed. I think that should be everyone. Talk to the whole squad. Dr. Chakwas, Engineer Adams, Navigator Presley. We've talked to Joker, our pilot. I think we are ready to go. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I just like to catch up with everyone. So, Artemis Tau, show me. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation. It is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards, and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Zoom out. The Citadel. Zoom out. The Widow Cluster in the Serpent Nebula. Zoom out! Alright, here are our options. We've got Noveria, we've got Pharos, the Attican Beta, Liara's dig site in Artemis Tau. That is our destination. However, it kind of seems like we're FTL jumping through a couple of other clusters to get there. Could swing by, say, the Exodus cluster first for side quests, but I do want to grab Liara as quickly as possible. I know we have quests in Argos Row, I know we have quests in the Hades Gamma cluster. I think that's about it, in terms of things I know. But we are prepared. Let me see if I can set a course for Liara's dig site. We'll grab her first, and then we'll try to go a side quest in Sparta, Knossos, Athens, and Macedon. Where is Liara's dig site? One wonders. I'm sure it will tell me. Or maybe it won't. Interesting. So how do I know which one to go to? Let me just check if I can set a waypoint or anything. Find Liara Tassoni. Okay, explore the uncharted worlds of the entire cluster to find her. Fair enough. So, quick save. And I'll pick any one, and we'll head that way. Zoom out. Actually, let me check if there's only one asteroid in here. There's more. Is that Utopia? Or Litopia? My eyes deceived me for a second. The TikTok planet. Asgard. That sounds very interesting. We'll get to it. Okay, so I would assume, based off my very, very limited knowledge of both Greek mythology and Liara Tassoni, that she would be on Athens. That's my one assumption.
Yes. Launch my beauty.
Little curvy feet in the front. It's great. Great ship. Ah, too fast, Joker. You've torn me right out of my mesh t-shirt. Nausicaa. Circe. Proteus. Salamis. Probably not how it's pronounced. Pharaohs. We have many, many options. We're going to have to scan or land upon them all. I'm not sure which. Distant Pharos has seen only a cursory examination by an unmanned probe. It has a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of tin, with deposits of carbon. Deeper craters, my, have been partly filled by ice, suggesting there may be a significant amount of water locked up beneath its frozen surface. A large, ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. Survey. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Fascinating. It rules out one planet. Let's go in from the outer rings towards the center. Circe. Circe is modestly sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the Proteus colony continues, Circe will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. So there is a colony on Proteus. That's good to know. While scanning this gas giant, you detected a large concentration of helium-3. Inward. Nausicaa. Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. Second one of the day, an abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. Cannot even be surveyed. Fair enough. Inward. Proteus. Looks lovely. Like the Hanar homeworld, Proteus has more than 90% oceanic cover. Incredible heat thrown off from Athens raises global humidity to 100%, creates constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Oh goodness. Let's build a colony there, we all said. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus's rare combination of oxygen, nitrogen atmosphere and carbon-based biosphere, nevertheless recommended for colonization. A pilot program is studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. Oh, that'd be great. Survey it! Proteus has a large amount of free oxygen. You don't even have to pay for it. I'm assuming they mean free oxygen. And there is no landable colony. Okay. There goes that theory. Salamis. Tell me more. Salamis. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. Ouch, my tootsies! The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. So you're telling me this planet's got crust? And salamis? I think I'm catching the pattern here. Alright, so no Liara in the Athens system. Let us head to Macedon. That is beautiful. This is the real fun of the game for me, is actually getting to explore the planets and figure out which ones you can land on and reading all sorts of fun little data. Level 1 pressure hazard, you can land on Shargila. Shargila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Calm buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Pirates, no doubt. Shargila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica. That's silicon dioxide dust. The respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, represent a hazard in areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica. Footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. Well, let's stay within the confines of the vehicle. Okay, so we can land on Shargila. That may not be where Liara is, but it will hold secrets and goodies all its own. Porolon. Porolon is an enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Macedon leaves its surface biting cold. Ah, my nips! The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may prove rich enough to be profitably mined, despite the heavy gravity. Show me more. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet Porolon when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Delinaga's writings in its storage compartment, which read as follows. Ah, my nips! Interesting. Patavig. Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets and by far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia, in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, get out, humans. Patavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Nice. Negotiations between the Systems Alliance and the Volus's patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. There's the last one. Fargaluz is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. I almost read that as hallucinogens, which sounds like a fun place to visit. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Yummy. Okay, so Shargila is a possibility, and a strong one at that. Gnosis? Let's waste a little more faster than light fuel. Speaking of dense atmospheres, here's a link to Peter's Discord server. What a wonderful segue, and thank you. All are welcome in Peter's Discord server. Unless you're a jerk. You have to announce that up front. It's the law. Arcanes. A small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Arcanes has been developed as a full-featured, if modest, stopover for ships, hauling refined materials from Therum. In addition to a powerful magnetic field to dump drive charge, Arcanes has a largely automated infrastructure of helium-3 refining and deuterium mining on its many water-ice moons. Scans of this gas giant have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. I'm not sure if you actually get anything from those scans. I know in like the second game and onward you get actual resources from the planet. Armeni. It's a terrestrial world with an unusually thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its surface is composed of silica with deposits of carbonaceous materials. The initial flyby probe of the Armeni detected multiple areas at the equator with oddly regular surface protrusions. How dare you inspect my surface protrusions? Closer investigation revealed these as millions of elaborate crypts a few meters below the surface, left by a long-extinct spacefaring species called the Zioth. Something like that. Many human universities wish to perform archaeological excavations, however, this would be devastating. Don't dig up their graves. Council law holds grave sites as sacrosanct, however, and the matter has been tied up in court for a decade. Definitely got that. I think Zakros is next. Zakros is a terrestrial world with a nitrogen-methane atmosphere containing trace amounts of hydrocarbons. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of water ice and hydrocarbon slush, not to mention cherry syrup. Most of the surface is not solid enough to support the full weight of a landed ship. If approach is necessary, use shuttles or keep the ship's Mass Effect envelope up. Approach is not necessary. Thank you, though. Therum. I'm developing a Therum. It's a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Another place we can land. So Sargila and Therum are both strong contenders. We will make this our last scanned planet for now. But this is very exciting to me. Thank you for humoring me. Feistus is so feisty. A small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. I thought I must be reading that wrong somehow, but a small terrestrial. The surface is scorching hot, oh god, and mainly composed of sulfur and various silicates. There is little of interest on this desolate world. So, Therum and Sargila, which was in the Macedon cluster. We have Sparta left to investigate. Let's just go ahead and investigate Sparta, and then we can make our decisions from there. I'm holding you well past the 2-hour mark, for which I do apologize, but thank you for hanging out with me so much today. Alsages. Small, distant Alsages is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water, ice, and calcium, with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance's pirate suppression campaign in the 2160s, the Batarian Elauam Ranpera was caught with his frigate, Tuneron, grounded on Alsages for drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyderabad, Hanpera refused to surrender. The Tuneron was destroyed, attempting to take off, and the debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. Sounds like there's lots of good scrap. Sounds like they had a scrap, and now there's lots of good scrap. Scans from orbit have detected a small deposit of plutonium. Just a little one. Just a little. On Tamalka. I'm probably not pronouncing any of these, or less than half of them, correctly. On Tamalka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well, whoa, hold on, tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards, past the orbit of Altaia and Edulus, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Ontamalka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down into the atmosphere or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. Ouch. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. Alright. Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, delicious, it appears that Altaia once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. Chocolate syrup, one guesses. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known. Edulus.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Something. Edulus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive dust-choked wind. Edolus's orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant on Tamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. Let us land immediately! So we could land on the other two, but this is the only one we've got a solid distress signal from. Edulus. We'll be there ASAP. We have like 2 more planets to scan. One more planet to scan. Tremanra. It's a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with deposits of aluminum. Its surface is covered with wide swaths of ancient dark basaltic lava. God, that sentence made me... Ooh, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Really? Tremanra's magnetic field is non-existent. Non-existent? This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremanra's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Alright. I am interested by Edulus. And I should probably save it for the next time, though I'm desperately sorry. Hopefully, tomorrow morning we can land on our first planet that is not a space-based gravity station, our first official planet, and explore to our heart's content. I cannot wait. Thank you guys for bearing with me and all of my silicate hazard readings. I do appreciate your time. I will see you here to respond to the distress call at our very next opportunity. Let me make sure we've got we got so much XP from all that scanning. Good. I was hoping we were getting something from it. Give it a proper save, and I will see you on the surface of Edolas next time. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Much love. Talk to you soon.